All right, we're here with Joshua head football coach Gary Robinson, recapping Friday night's opener against Northside. Coach, first of all, just congratulations on a new season.
Thank you.
Talk about how weird this offseason was with all the COVID restrictions, and then just seeing a little bit of normalcy last Friday night with fans in the stands.
You know, it's pretty weird to have the first game of the season in late September. You know, and it's we went through our pregame practices, and we didn't feel any heat. You know, typically you start practice and it's 105 degrees outside, and you're going through two-a-days and everything. And this year it's been like fall season the entire time. But you know, we had a great off season. We bounced back from being shut down, you know, due to COVID during the summer. And you know, like I said, we had 70 or 80 kids that were showing up in the summer, and so we had a good summer. It was exciting to get out on Al Stadium, you know, Friday night and see the fans in the bleachers. And I know the people in Joshua are hungry for football, and so it was an exciting night for us to go ahead and get started, and to know that we got 9 games left at least. It's going to be fun. So.
Now let's dive into the game. You guys started off scoring, you know, the first 15 points, and then gave up that kickoff return for a touchdown that kind of swung the momentum to Northside. I believe they scored the next 22. You guys were able to tie it up,
right.
And then fourth quarter, you know, Northside was able to get a couple scores and get some stops. Just what was your overall thoughts on the performance?
You know, we came out like we thought we would. You know, we'd come out strong, and we wanted to start the game fast, and that's exactly what we did. You know, coming out and winning the game 15-0, and we were feeling good. You know, we went for the fake PAT and kind of built a little momentum for ourselves there at the beginning, and then you know, we got to the kickoff, and we kicked it right to their best player. Which we really didn't mean to do that, and but I thought we could get down there and tackle him anyway, and he ended up running it back on us, and that kind of swung the momentum. And Northside is the kind of team that they build off that momentum, you know, and we are still at a place to where we have a hard time overcoming that type of adversity, and that's still what we're trying to teach our kids. And so whenever they scored that long run on that kickoff return, I think that was really the difference in the game, to be honest with you. We just at that point have to learn to overcome that adversity, and we haven't done it yet. And so that may have been the difference in the game. You know, I feel like if we would have tackled him, I think we would have stopped him on that drive, and we may have gone down and scored another one. It could have been just as easily have been 22-0 at halftime instead of 22-22. So I think that was the biggest difference in the game, that one play right there.
That said, you got to be pretty happy with some of the bright spots that came out of that game. You moved one of your former receivers, Noah Smith, to quarterback.
Right.
Talk about his overall performance, right. And then Tyler Stone making some incredible catches.
We knew those two kids were going to be good for us, you know, and Noah is a 4-year starter for us. He started and played as a freshman. You know, of course, he played his first 3 years as a receiver, and we knew all along at some point he was going to be our quarterback, and his senior year being right now is the time for him. It may have been a little bit fast for him at the beginning because he has never started a game as quarterback, and it's a lot different behind the center than it is playing receiver. And so at first it may a little, you know, he was forcing some throws and getting in a hurry a little bit, but I think that's just trying to get a little bit of experience under his belt. And now he has that. He has his first game out of his way, and I think you'll see him play a heck of a lot better in this next game. He played a good game, you know, and he ran the ball well, and he made some great plays. But I think in this next game against Poly, you're going to see the game's going to slow down for him a little bit, and he'll be able to make his reads and see the field a little bit better. And we're going to do some things that are going to help him out, you know, with our game planning and stuff. And so, yeah, he's going to end up having a great season for us. And so, yeah, and Tyler, going back to number 9, you know, and Tyler is he's one of the best players I've ever had. He's just a stud athlete, and we expect him to do great things for us and have a good season. And he's a highlight, man. He's something special.
You mentioned Paulie. Talk a little bit about. I mean, I know it's early. It's Monday morning. But
yeah.
What do you know about them, and what do you expect to see
yeah.
from them?
Paulie is going to have a lot of team speed. They're going to be able to get to the ball on defense really quick. They're good tacklers. Offensively, they got a quarterback that's very similar to, say, number 5. He's going to be able to run the ball really well. And so defensively, we're going to have to keep him contained. And whenever he drops back to pass the ball, we can't let him scramble. We've got to make sure we keep him in the pocket. We would rather him throw the football than run with the football, and that's what we're going to try to make him do is throw it and keep him contained and not let him scramble and get around the end. That's probably the best game plan that we can put together for their quarterback being their best athlete. Defensively, like I said, they're quick to the ball, got a lot of team speed. They're good tacklers. Number 3 is their weak side defensive end. He's their best player. We're going to have to take care of him because he could be a big problem for us. But I think if we can pound it, we can do some stuff up the middle. We got a good big offensive line that get some push on them. I think we can move the ball, do some good things against them.
And then just going back to Friday again, towards the end of the game, you had a few kids that made some disciplined plays, and were flagged and ejected. Is that just kind of the process of a young team learning how to win?
Yeah, I think that's more of an inexperienced type. Not necessarily young, but I think it's more inexperience at the varsity level and still trying to learn how to win games in the end. And they know where they are as a team. They know what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to be able to overcome adversity, like the kickoff return. We're trying to turn a program around. We're trying to learn how to win games in the end. When we're in it in the end, is whenever we need to learn how to finish and win it, rather than finding a way to lose. And so I think those three discipline problems that we had at the end were more out of frustration because we're not there yet, and they want to be there so bad, and they want to win so bad, and we still have to learn how to overcome the adversity and how to win when we're in games in the fourth quarter. And that didn't happen Friday night, but I think we're making progress on that.
And then the last thing, this week is homecoming week. Just what's your message to the students and the fans, and encourage them to come out?
Oh yeah, it was a great night for us last Friday night. I mean, I was a little worried about the whole new social distance thing and the online ticket sales and everything like that. But I think now that we got everything rolling and we're streaming the games live, I think now once we got everything going, we got everything in place. Friday night turned out to be great. I mean, I looked up in the bleachers a couple of times and we had a big crowd. There were a lot of people there. Everyone was social distance and cheering us on, and it was loud at times. And so I would encourage our fans to keep coming back, keep coming to the games. Homecoming's a big night for us. Fill the stadium as much as we can at 50% capacity. Let's sell it out and keep backing these kids because they're working hard. In fact, they were up here at 6:45 this morning, and we've already lifted weights and done our conditioning for today. And this is before we even have our first practice for this week. And so, yeah, come on out and support these kids because they work hard and they're doing a great job for us. But we had a good time Friday night. Let's do it again for homecoming.